I'm Dan.
I am Liam.
And we play in We Are the Ocean.
And welcome back to Australia. It's been a couple of years since you've been here.
2 years almost, to the month, so almost to the day.
You toured with the Amity Affliction.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit about that experience.
It was great.
It was awesome. Yeah, obviously that was our first Australian experience. Seems like so long ago now, 2 years ago. But it was great. Yeah, we kept in touch with those guys. We saw them in Brisbane the other day, so we're still really good friends with them. I think it was just a great place to start, really. In Australia, we've already met a load of people at Counter Rev that have said that they were on that, they came and saw us on that tour, and that's where they found out about the band. So it was definitely a great starting point for our band in Australia, I think.
And you are on the Counter Revolution tour, or what used to be the Soundwave Revolution tour. Was it a bit odd, kind of being thrown in the middle of that confusion?
Yeah, a little. Yes.
It was. Yeah, there was like.
It was quite confusing at times because we were actually at one point, I guess, just in limbo. We didn't know if we were on it or.
There was 10 days, I think, where it was kind of they were still trying to sort out what they were going to do with it.
And we have been looking forward to coming over for ages.
Yeah, and we already know, we're already friends with a lot of the bands on the bill, so we've been speaking to them online and stuff, and they, everyone had rumours, this is happening, and then we thought it was going to go down to individual club shows, so we didn't really know what was happening for a week or so, and then Counter Rev kind of got announced.
It got sorted out.
Yeah,
and we're here now.
And how have the shows gone so far? You've done 2 this weekend?
Yeah, Brisbane and Sydney done. Brisbane was cool. I thought Sydney was a better show.
I agree.
Crowd were awesome. It was indoors as well. Sydney wouldn't have really worked yesterday in the rain if it was outdoors. And Luna Park was great. We've never been there before.
Yeah. What a wacky place.
We don't have a venue that replicates that in the UK, really. It's in kind of it's like
a horror movie set.
It's like an 80s theme park. It's a really old-fashioned, cool theme park. Yeah. So it was cool.
Did you get a chance to jump on any of the rides while you were there?
We did.
It was a bit too wet.
The weather didn't really entice us that much.
Now, there's plenty of bands on the lineup that are from similar worlds to you.
Yeah.
I imagine there's a lot of friends on the lineup.
Yeah, there's Young Guns.
Great, yeah, Young Guns and Funeral for a Friend are both from the UK as well.
And we've just been making friends with new bands so far. We're the In Crowd guys, are really nice. Make Do Amend.
Make Do Amend guys are really cool.
Swellers we've met a couple of times before. It was great seeing those guys again.
Go Radio. They're really nice guys.
They're really nice guys. We're hanging with them loads of the time. So it's a good, I guess, kind of networking kind of tour as well, because you get to just meet so many people and so many cool people.
Yeah.
And
so as you say, just so many people that were within the same world as us.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
nice to make friends.
Yeah, we're all in the same hotel as well, just down the road. So there's just a massive chunk of bands all hanging out in the same hotel. So.
Any gossip to share just yet? Any dramas?
No, but we have this little game running at the moment.
Are we going to say this?
Yeah, this won't. When is this coming out? Jack probably
later.
Might even watch it. Okay, our bassist Jack fell asleep on the plane a couple of days ago when we flew from Brisbane to Sydney. So Liam started off this game. He basically balanced, what was it, an empty can or?
Yeah. Well, no. First of all, I rolled up a piece of paper, and he sleeps with his mouth open and his eyes open, right?
He sleeps like that.
So, and by the way, on this plane is about 4 or 5 other bands. So we're all just having a chat, getting to know each other. And Jack falls asleep just straight away. I've rolled up a piece of paper, stuck that in his mouth, and then
just balanced it.
Balanced the biscuit.
And he didn't wake
biscuit
up.
on his nose. A couple of cups on his head with a can. Sunglasses.
So he had all this stuff on his face and
took pictures.
But the bit I loved was the air hostesses as well, who were coming around with refreshments,
taking pictures.
They were taking photos, and they were here. They were giving us empty Coke cans. Put that on his head as well. So the whole plane effectively was in on this joke, and he was still asleep. And then we decided to remove it all, so that when he woke up, he would have no idea of what had happened. So we did that, and then we just saw the We Are the In Crowd guys this morning, and he fell asleep in their room last night. They did it again to him last night. So 2 occasions this has happened, and
he still doesn't know.
Within the whole Counter Revolution tour, there's about 15 of us now that have images on our phone of this happening, and he has no idea. So that's that's our little boyish fun that we've been having for the past few days.
Should release a coffee table book of the photos before it finds
that's
out.
what we're, like,
well, this is the
about.
first. This is, I guess, like the first. You have the exclusive on this because no one. So if he happens to, if you post this and he happens to check it out, then he'll know.
We'll try not to spoil it just yet.
Okay.
Hold on to it.
This is exclusive material.
Of course, it's your first time out here since you released your latest album.
It's actually our first time out here since the first album as well. When we did the Amity tour, we hadn't even released the debut, so...
Oh, really? That hadn't come out yet?
Yeah, no. So it's kind of weird, because we're only on for half an hour in Counter Rev, but effectively we have 2 albums to promote, really. Because, yeah, we weren't even here when the debut was out, so it's tough trying to play all the songs that I think the fans are expecting. But
And how have the crowds been reacting to the new material?
good, I think.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
It seems to be going down really well. Like, I mean, the feedback on the internet, on like our Twitter and Facebook and stuff, like what I can see from our Australian fans, has been really good.
Yeah.
And when we've been playing the songs, there's been people singing along and getting into it. Maybe a bit of a push mosh starting and stuff. So yeah, nice, positive.
Yeah,
It's all
definitely.
been positive, which is great.
How long ago did you record the album?
Since
December, yeah, so like 10 months ago.
yeah,
So is it starting to age in your mind for you guys? Are you ready to get some new material out there?
yeah, we're started writing here and there. We're getting like ideas together. It's kind of how we want the next album to shape out. But I think we officially start kind of getting into the studio and writing again, maybe December, January. Well,
January, yeah. So we're going to be doing some demos January, and then
get back on the old writing horse.
this time next year, I would have thought we'd have like a new album on the horizon.
Oh, fantastic. But we're still celebrating the new one, and I watched for the first time today the Waiting Room music video.
Okay.
It looked like you guys were a little...
just kind of coming out here, I think.
I think so, yeah. Well, it's a bit... it looked like you guys were a bit cold in that room.
Oh, really?
The breath coming out of the mouth.
Oh, yeah.
It was in a place in London, Hackney. It was an old
It was a court, wasn't it? Yeah, it was like a magistrate's court that's disused.
and it's like underground. And all these rooms like hadn't been used for years, no lights or anything, just black rooms, really dark. And so like we had to bring all our own lighting in, and yeah,
That was
real
a cool
cold,
shoot.
cold for them.
Yeah.
What's been the favourite music video you guys have done?
You know what? That's actually my favourite video of ours.
Yeah.
The funnest to make. They're all kind of a bit repetitive, to be honest. Like music videos is very kind of a bit.
They drag on sometimes.
Yeah, like it's cool, but it's like going over the song over and over. Like you're there all day. It can be quite strenuous sometimes, but that's the Waiting Room is probably the video that we're most happiest with that we've ever done, I think. But
We have a new one coming out.
Yeah, we're literally the day before we flew over to Australia. We shot the video for the next single, which I think has already been a single here, but it's the next single in the UK. So.
And what can we expect from it?
It's cool. It's set in the 80s, so that's all you need to know. Except that we're not dressed up. Every person we've said, oh, it's set in the 80s, everyone kind of expects us to be in like lycra or something. It's not like that.
Was that like the decision of the band, or?
Well, no, it wasn't really relevant. It's set in the 80s, but it didn't really matter. We didn't need to be in lycra or anything like that for it. So.
But secretly you wanted to be, of course.
It might have been fun.
Well, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today.
Thanks for having us.
It
Cheers.
sounds like the tour's going really well, and I guess what can the fans expect on the last 3 of the shows?
More of the same, I guess. Yeah, hopefully Sydney have set the bar so far. Brisbane were great, don't get me wrong, but Sydney was definitely that little bit better. So hopefully Melbourne on Friday. We'll see if they can top it.